Hi my loves, it's Lucid Simmer and welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys so much. It's been a little bit because I have been sick recently, but I'm slowly getting better, and today's news has definitely helped make me feel better. If you guys haven't already heard, the Sims team has officially released their new roadmap, which include some teasers for the next expansion pack, which we will get into, as well as the first laundry list of 2023. So we're going to be unpacking all of it today. I've never made a Sims news type of video before on my channel, but this is something that I want to do more of moving forward, especially when we get some exciting news like this. Of course, I am going to be going over everything that the Sims team posted, but I also just want to chat with you guys about everything, so I want this to feel like you and your Sims bestie just chatting about all of the new Sims news that's been going around. So grab a drink, grab a comfy blanket, and let's get into everything. First things first, the Sims team, like how they've done in the past, have rebranded for this upcoming quarter. As you can see here, this is the Sims new header over on Twitter, and it says it's all relative. Relative being a very key word there. Of course, you'll see more later in this video, but they are heavily pointing towards Generations being the next expansion pack for The Sims, which I'm so incredibly excited about. I honestly wasn't even sure if we were going to get Generations for The Sims 4, but yeah, relative is just making me think of relatives and family members, and I think that that is definitely what they were going for with this. I also really love this art style, by the way, except for the faces on the clouds. I could definitely do without those, but I think overall the minimalistic art style is kind of giving me like coloring book vibes, and I really like it. I also think that could possibly relate to maybe a coloring book object for children and toddlers, maybe. I don't know. There's nothing else that points to that, I don't think, besides, to me, the art style, but I just think that would be so amazing to have in the game. So here is the tweet that The Sims posted earlier today. They tweeted this video, which we will get into in just a second, and the tweet reads, "Get familiar with The Sims this season. Whether you're expecting an update or waiting on a new expansion pack to arrive, it's all relative." And we know how The Sims likes to give us hints about upcoming packs, especially in the wording of their tweets, and I think that this tweet is no exception to that. The first thing that I see, which may be more of a stretch, but it does say get familiar, and that to me just reminds me of family, so maybe there's a connection there, but that one does seem like a little more of a stretch. The next one I'm noticing, which they also did this in the Sims Summit live stream too, I believe, is the word expecting. Obviously, as we learned through the Sims Summit live stream, we are meant to be getting an infants update early 2023, which obviously right now is early 2023, but we still don't know when exactly that update will be coming, but I'm guessing the word expecting here is definitely pointing to the infants update. And of course, to end it, just like the header that we saw earlier, it says it's all relative. So that is definitely making me think of family members, of relatives. And when I first read this, already before I even watched the video, I was thinking Generations. Of course, I, along with many other people in the Sims community, have really been wanting Sims 4 Generations for a while. I honestly think that family gameplay is one of the most popular, if not the most popular, like gameplay styles for The Sims. Not to mention that the style pack has done amazing in The Sims in the past. The Sims 3 Generation pack, I personally think, is the best Sims 3 pack. I love the family dynamics that it adds and all the little details. I just think it was so well done. I also think that The Sims 3 Generations is the first ever DLC add-on pack that I ever got for The Sims, so there's definitely that bit of nostalgia surrounding it for me. And yeah, yeah, safe to say that Generations has been a highly anticipated pack for The Sims 4. Let's take a look at this video and see what it's all about. So it starts off with this cute little kid here, and the first thing that I noticed is the new hair. I'm actually not quite sure about the clothes, if the clothes are new or not. I have so much CC in my game that I don't even look at the in-game clothes anymore, but this hairstyle is definitely new and really nice, I might add. They've been really stepping up their hair game. I'm hoping this hair will be coming as a free update. Of course, they've been giving us a lot more SDX drops in the recent months, but that being said, we do have a lot of DLC coming our way, so this might be behind a paywall, but we'll have to wait and see about that. And then when you zoom out here, you end up seeing this little landscape, more of these creepy looking clouds, a lighthouse, which at first was giving Brindleton Bay, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. And of course, down here at the bottom, it says the Michelson Reunion, San Sequoia 2023. Now, I'm guessing, and I think it's pretty safe to say, that San Sequoia is going to be the name of the new world that we're getting. I don't believe that that's confirmed or anything, but I think that we've all kind of accepted that that's going to be the name of the new world, and I personally really like the name, and I believe that this is supposed to be drawing inspiration from San Francisco, which of course would explain the bridge and the lighthouse and things like that. And I believe this is the same world that they actually teased in the Sims Summit livestream, especially considering the bridge in both pictures. They look pretty similar. Something about its trendy, modern city landscape is definitely giving San Francisco. Another thing with these early concept pictures is it shows a child on a bike and either a baby, infant, toddler, whatever you want to call them, in a carrier on their parent's back. And if this new world for the expansion pack is for a Generations pack, then that would make so much sense. Adding these hints of family gameplay additions into the pictures for the new world. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I am so insanely excited to get a new world, especially another city world. San Myshuno is one of my favorite worlds, if not my favorite world in The Sims. I do think the world itself is well done, but apartments just have my whole heart in The Sims, and I definitely think we need more of them, so I really have my fingers crossed for more apartments in this new world. Of course, the only worlds we have apartments in right now are San Myshuno and Evergreen Harbor. Evergreen Harbor, we only have, I think, one apartment building, or no, I think we have 2 apartment buildings, so not as many obviously as San Myshuno, but we could definitely use some more. Also, where it says the Michelson Reunion, first of all, the first thing I thought of was the Michelsons from the Vampire Diaries. So let me know if you thought that too, because I just thought that was so funny. But my little prediction for what this means is that the Michelsons will be the main family for the new world for San Sequoia. And I'm guessing, of course, this is all just my speculation, but I think that the Michelsons are going to be a pretty big family, and also like their extended family. So instead of just like the parents and their 2 kids or something, they also have cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents and stuff, and that family is actually spread out throughout the world. So the grandparents maybe will be in one neighborhood and then some cousins in another neighborhood, but it's going to be their extended family just living throughout the world. I think there might be a new social gathering option for a family reunion. I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking so far, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I thought that it was so interesting to add in a specific family name in this teaser. But regardless, I am very excited to meet the Michelsons. The last thing before we moved forward is the tree in the background. I did see a lot of people saying that it's giving family tree, which at first I didn't really realize that, but that makes so much sense, and I'm hoping This would also mean an update for the family tree that we have in-game already. The family trees that we have in-game could desperately use an update, and I think if I am correct about having this big extended family throughout the new world of San Sequoia, that would be such a great way to show off a new and updated family tree in the game. One where maybe you can see all the family members' traits in one place and just a more detailed way of laying out the whole family. But yeah, this family tree hint might just be hinting towards generations, but I would absolutely love a family tree genealogy update in the game as well. Alright, so moving forward, we have one big update and then a picture of a diaper, and I think it's pretty safe to say that we already know what this update is. Of course, we did find out in the Sim Summit live stream that we are getting infants, which will be a new life stage in, like I said, early 2023, so I have no idea when exactly it's coming, but it is coming soon. And when it says one big update, I'm guessing they won't just update with a new life stage. I'm assuming that it will come along with a few other base game things, such as maybe outfits for infants or some furniture that we may need that will go along with this new life stage, like a changing table, for example. That being said, I don't think they're gonna give us too much in the base game update. I think that they're just going to give us like a few variations of the things that we'll absolutely need for this new life stage. Hopefully I'm wrong, hopefully they give us a bunch of stuff with it, but I'm assuming that there'll be more DLC for the new infant life stage that are either going to be in the upcoming kits, the upcoming expansion pack, or maybe both. But yeah, I am so excited for that big update. And the next one here is 2 unique kits. Now, I may just be setting myself up for disappointment here, but I have a feeling that we may be getting a gameplay kit. Now, let me just go through my thoughts on this really quick. The icons here are obviously a pair of underwear and then a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush, which directly relates to these teasers that were also in the Sim Summit live stream. Of course, in this picture, we already have gotten this chair that came in the pastel pop kit. This cluttered box in the top right did come in the everyday clutter kit. This top left image, I actually can't remember if that came in the everyday clutter kit, high school years, or if we haven't even gotten this yet. But what I really want to focus on is the teeth and then this like underwear lingerie set that's in here. We haven't gotten anything for these 2 images yet in game, and those images directly relate to these images for the upcoming kits. Now, of course, the majority of the kits that we have gotten have been either a build kit or a cast kit. We have only gotten one gameplay kit so far, and that has been the Bust the Dust kit. I think it's safe to say that if we were getting a underwear type cast kit, that it would just be a plain and simple underwear cast kit. But as far as the toothpaste and toothbrush go, I just really feel like that is leaning towards a gameplay kit, where it adds that hint of realism similar to Bust the Dust, where your Sims can now clean more around their house or apartment. This would add the action of Sims being able to brush their teeth. I think it's safe to say that all the tooth hints don't have to do with a cast kit, and if it were a build buy kit, I just don't feel like that's enough to make a whole kit. Of course, it might be like a bathroom clutter type of thing, but I don't know, I just feel like, especially since we just got the everyday clutter kit, that wouldn't make too much sense. So yeah, in my mind, it's leaning towards a small gameplay kit where Sims can now brush their teeth and things like that, maybe even get braces and have that be a more realistic part of the game when it comes to gameplay. But of course, this is all speculation and kind of wishful thinking, because I just really like the idea of that and think it would be really cool in The Sims. But I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts and what you think these kits are going to be all about. All right, the next thing is a expansion pack, one expansion pack for Q1, and then it shows this picture. It's looking like a bear with a floating crown on top of its head, and it's kind of in the shape of a tooth. That is all that I've gathered from this picture. And it's interesting to me that the picture for the expansion pack is also kind of relating to teeth, which makes me feel a little weird. But this could definitely also be a hint towards gameplay. Of course, if we get some kind of Sims version of the Tooth Fairy, like this little bear tooth fairy thing, then that could definitely go into a Generations pack and fit pretty well in my opinion. Also, we have seen in the past a lot of times The Sims will release a expansion pack and a kit around the same time, and they'll have sometimes overlapping themes to them. The first example that comes to mind for me is when the Cottage Living expansion pack came out, and shortly after was the Country Kitchen kit. I can't remember if that's actually the name of it, but that expansion pack and that kit went together super well, and I'm guessing marketing wise they do this to increase the likelihood of people buying both packs, and that would make so much sense to me if they add a character into the game like a Tooth Fairy in the Generations expansion pack, and then they also have some sort of oral hygiene kit that is released around the same time. I don't know, maybe it's a reach, but I can see the Sims team doing something like that, so I'm just really interested to see what all of this actually is. And then the last picture frame on the tree says Community Stream January 31st, so definitely mark your calendars because I'm sure we will be getting a lot more information during that live stream. But yeah, it zooms back out here for the end of the video and it says it's all relative again at the top. Relatives, I can't say it enough. I just really think that this is going to be a Generations pack, and I'm honestly just so excited. I'm so excited about the new world, about finding out what the kits are. I'm so excited about a new life stage, especially because that will be a free update, so everyone is going to be getting that. And yeah, I'm just really excited about everything that is coming up. As always, when we get new big Sims news, I always want to see what the Sim Gurus are talking about, and of course if they give us a little bit extra hints, because sometimes they do. The first one I saw was Sim Guru Nova tweeting, "Are you guys excited to see what I've been working on?" And then they also said, hint, it's the EP. So Sim Guru Nova helped work on the new expansion pack, so thank you Sim Guru Nova. I'm so excited to see what you've been working on. Sim Guru Morgan also said, "I'm pretty excited to have gotten to work on this one. It's gonna be fun," with a tooth emoji. And then they say, "What do you think it is? My guess is Sims 4 Get Toothy." And then they said, "Not seriously, please don't quote me," which I thought was so funny, but also like my nightmare. Imagine we're all thinking that we're finally getting the Sims 4 generation and then its entire expansion pack around teeth. That would be my absolute nightmare. And then all we got from Sim Guru Ninja was him saying, "Interesting, ... So Sim Guru Ninja always tries to keep us on our toes, so I did see this tweet from It's Elias Monty, and I thought the same exact thing. And they say, "I think San Sequoia is our new world for the expansion pack. The bridges in the background match up with the released concept arts." And of course, I already talked about this when we're going through the video, but I thought the same exact thing, and I'm just so excited for this new world. I think it's going to be amazing. Another tweet from Tony Schwartz says, "This is a whole family tree. Can't wait for the Generations expansion pack." And honestly, I think the same thing. I think that this has to be Generations. Of course, without it being confirmed, I don't want to say for sure and like have someone maybe be mad at me or something, but I just feel like they're making too many hints towards Generations for it not to be Generations, especially for that being such a highly anticipated pack for the game. I think that it would be just awful if they tease generations this hard just to not give it to us. This tweet from Sailor T says, the fact that this bear looks like a tooth and there's also toothpaste in the kit, why so many teeth? And that's what I'm saying. I honestly think that they're going to have that be a cross theme between the expansion pack and one of the kits, because there's just so many like tooth hints that like it has to be a big theme, you know? This tweet from Cyridia Blue says, I feel like the most credible theory, given the family-centered language, is that the molar bear is going to be a big part of this family-centered pack, kind of like the Tooth Fairy. And I did mention before about how that little bear picture looked like it was meant to be some sort of tooth fairy that we're getting in The Sims 4, but I just love the name Molar Bear. I think that that is the cutest name in the world, but I also think that that really makes a lot of sense, especially if you think of the other like mystical characters that we have in The Sims already, like Father Winter, the Flower Bunny, things like that. It makes sense that we're getting this new character, which is the Molar Bear, the Sims 4 version of the Tooth Fairy. And then this tweet from Not Gamer Girl says, wishful thinking, but maybe a dentist career. And I did think of that as well. Although if the expansion pack is generations, like I'm thinking, it doesn't make too much sense to add a dentist career in with that pack, and I honestly don't think we would ever get a new career in a kit. With the amount of money that the kits are, I just don't think they would add that level of gameplay in a kit, if that makes sense. That being said, that would be amazing. I am always down for new careers in The Sims, and a dentist career would actually be pretty fun, especially if it was a playable career. And then finally, I just wanted to show this tweet from Kayla, of course, Lil Simsy here on YouTube and Twitter. She tweeted, The Sims has made about 3 too many teeth references recently, and I'm starting to get scared. And this tweet just made me laugh so much. Because honestly, I've been so invested in trying to figure out what it all means. I kind of need to take a second to sit back and be like, oh my god, they're literally just showing us like all these pictures of teeth. Like, what is happening right now? But yeah, with all that being said, I think that is about it for our upcoming roadmap for this quarter. Of course, the Sims team didn't say that this was for this first quarter, but usually when the Sims post a new roadmap, it is for the upcoming quarter, which means the next 3 months basically. So the release of the base game update, the 2 kits, and the expansion pack will likely come within the next 3 months, so January, February, and March. And I'm assuming we'll get a lot more information and hopefully dates on January 31st, which is the Sims community live stream. So definitely mark your calendars for that. So not as exciting, but I did also want to mention the first laundry list of 2023 that came out today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first laundry list of this year. And it says, hi Simmers, welcome to this month's laundry list, where we're sharing our list of the top community concerns that we're currently investigating and hoping to resolve in the next patch. This is only a list of upcoming fixes. There are more topics that have been reported by players that are not listed and are still being worked on. This list is reported by players on Answers HQ and helps us continue our work of improving the user experience on a regular basis. Here's the list of the community concerns we're investigating and aiming to resolve in the game update this month. So I'm just going to rapid fire through the laundry list. Toddlers all look the same / broken genetics. Sim receives want and fears even when the toggle is disabled. That has been happening to me, and oh my god, it has been so incredibly frustrating. Sim still holds the fear of being afraid of the dark after being cured. Sims keep moving after pausing the game. That one has definitely been freaking me out. Workaholic moodlet constantly stuck. Alien face changing on age up. Belted cardigan causes Sims to stretch to the side. Wedding story conversation topics for married Sims. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm really hoping that we won't get so many wedding related interactions, especially after your Sim gets married and there's still options to ask someone to be your flower pal or stuff like that. That's just so frustrating to me. Juice party does not count for the task mask, throw 3 parties in the party aspiration. Female hairstyles, thumbnail is blonde and swatch order mixed up. Adding / moving / deleting walls and wall patterns removes objects. I didn't think they were ever going to fix that, but that is such a good one to be fixed. Excessive smelling of surroundings even when dirty. Can't check replies for last postcard. Sims freeze to death in summer. Oh my gosh. Endless return from daycare notifications. Cannot plan gold events / holiday on Friday and Saturday with a teen in the household. For the doctor career, greet your coworker, not fulfilling. Sims can't use public bathroom stalls. And werewolves are unable to modify, paint, change the fur and cast when they are in werewolf form. So that is the whole laundry list that they are aiming to resolve in the next game update. Of course, there are a lot more bugs in the game, and bugs can be different for everyone, but I would actually say this is a pretty good list for the next game update, and I think they've definitely picked out some bugs that have been pretty bad for a while, so hopefully these things actually get cleared up. And down here it says, "Thank you for all your patience and valuable help in reporting. Please continue sharing with us any issues you're experiencing on Answers HQ. We'll continue to check in, and together we can make this game the best it can be. Happy simming." So yeah, with that is all of the news that we got today, and I am so excited to chat with you all about all of this new news. So go ahead and leave me a comment on all your thoughts. Do you also think that we're getting a Generations expansion pack finally for The Sims 4? Do you think it's something else? Do you want it to be something else? What do you think about all of the tooth hints, the new world, the upcoming live stream? I just want to know all of your thoughts. So yeah, definitely leave me a comment, and I can't wait to chat with you all. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, I miss you guys. I am finally starting to feel better, so hopefully I will see you for another Lucid Legacy episode very soon. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, loves.